Hello everybody, this is Geek History. I'm your host Lexi Cook, and today we're joined by our special guest, Beaufort High School's own music teacher, Patrick O'Neill. Today we will be talking about video game soundtracks just in general, his thoughts on them, my thoughts on them, where our thoughts differ and coincide. So before we get into the games that we've discussed, what was your introduction to video games?
I've been playing video games since I was a kid. My mom had the old NES that we would have in our back patio. My brothers and I would play it all the time, so I grew up playing, Mario and all of that stuff. I had the first PlayStation, so the first games that I got really into were like Final Fantasy, The Legend of Dragoon, Master Blaster, Crash Bandicoot, and I've been into the PlayStation ecosystem ever since.
You ever play Chrono Trigger?
Yes.
I got it on, I modded it on my 3DS, but I got stuck and I kind of gave up. I got stuck at the future part, the first boss battle in the future part, and I was just like, I give up, I'm not doing this.
Those games,
I need to get back into it though.
Those games were like, if you didn't have a guide and you didn't know what you were doing, it takes so much time. And I think that's one of the big changes that I've seen over the years is that the farther back you go, so the Secrets of Mana and Lunar and the Ys series, if you're going into those things blind, it was made for you to explore and find the answers because, there were multiple endings all the time. So you're like, hey, you bought this game, live with it. Where now it's just kind of like, okay, game ended, go to the next one. There's not too many secrets anymore. So it is different going back to the older style.
Of course, I was born in 2009, so I grew up, my first video game was Skylanders Giants, so every game I played in my childhood was just go do this, or not exactly hand-holdy, but it told you what to do. And recently I've gotten really into Resident Evil.
Yes.
And I just finished Resident Evil 2 Remake Leon's Story, so I have Resident Evil 1 Remake, Resident Evil 2 Remake, 3 Remake, 4 Remake, 7, 8, and then
Requiem just came out too.
Yeah, I haven't got that one yet, but I went back and I played Resident Evil 1 Remake after I finished Leon's Story. It's so hard to do anything because I'm so used to the remake being like, hey, go do this. Yeah. And I'm just like, what do I do in here?
Yeah, there's so many times that I don't play horror games. I love watching them. My anxiety will not let me play them. But watching them, and I did play them when I was a kid with my brothers, and there were many times that we would just pause and be like, wait, where are we supposed to go? What are we supposed to get? And then we would get to some of the puzzles, we're just like, one, this is horrible architectural design.
Oh, horrible.
If you lived in this house, you would never get anywhere. But
the police department would not survive a day. Just hey, rookie, you're going to want to find the heart key that only opens the interrogation room. The spade key, if you need your guns, and you're going to need the spade key, this and that. It's just this, no building is designed like this.
There are times in video games you do have to suspend belief. Yeah. I'm okay with, zombies and liquors and whatnot, but when you just look at it objectively, you're just like, this is the worst designed police precinct in the world. Or how did they get anything done?
Or those...
We are Expedition 33.
33. What was your first exposure to Declare Expedition 33?
So I remember the trailer coming out. I think it was at a Game Awards thing, and not much was really shown. So we were kind of like, okay, it looks cool, I guess. And then it just kind of flew under the radar, and then it came out, and my brother played it first. So he was like, no, you really got to try this. It kind of reminds me of, Legend of Dragoon, where, it's more than just turn-based stuff. I was like, okay, I'll get around to it. And eventually I did go into playing it. And there were times that I would just go around the world, just, doing whatever, just because I loved the soundtrack so much. It was just beautiful. And then going into the lyrics, because I do not speak French, there were so many allusions to painting and art worlds and stuff like that where I'm like, dude, that is so smart. And then when you get into the greater frame of the game, which, spoiler alert if you haven't played it, in the end you do realize that it's a painting of someone's world and it all kind of makes sense. You're like, all those things played into one another, and it was just really genius. And the story behind the composer I thought was pretty cool too. He was a music teacher, just uploading random stuff to SoundCloud, and the company found him, and now his music is being heralded as one of the best music soundtracks for a video game in the past 10 years. It's awesome.
Yeah, I haven't got around to playing it. I keep telling myself, you need to play it, it's really good. I only really super got on my radar after this year's Game Awards, where it took home a bunch of trophies, and then everyone got super mad about it.
Yeah, and I think
like started calling it like AI slop and this and that because of one placeholder that was patched out.
And it's one of those things where like AI has become so prevalent that especially for a small indie developer, if you're going to use it as, hey, we don't have the manpower to manually make everything, and you want to use AI just as a placeholder until you can get to replacement.
As long as it doesn't like end up in the final game. Like if it ends up in the final game, then it's just like, I don't want to buy that anymore because you're cutting corners then. But if it doesn't end up in the final game, I don't agree with the existence of AI art. That's just my morality. But I also understand this was being developed in like 2022, 2023, when AI art was a super new thing, and then no one really knew the moral obligations of it.
Yeah.
And it was just like back then, if you wanted to use as like a quick, like, I just don't get when people let scandals bring a game down so much, because Marathon came out. There was a huge scandal with that, with them stealing from an artist. That artist got compensated, and it's one of my favorite. I love that game so much, but it sucks because no one plays it. I got on with my friend the other night, and it genuinely took us 10 minutes to get into a match. We were just staring at the loading screen, just talking. Yeah,
it is a shame because it is a beautiful game.
It's so beautiful.
It's one of those things where, like, if you use AI as a tool, fine. I have no issues with that. As long as, when the game comes out, those AI assets are removed, or you're just upfront and honest. So like Arc Raiders, I think, are open and honest of like, yeah, some of our stuff is AI because it's randomly generated worlds and loot and whatnot. Instead of having someone, manually make everything and take all those hours, okay, you're upfront and honest. Like, yeah, we use AI for that.
What is a piece of music in the soundtrack of Expedition 33 that really stuck out to you?
I loved Lumiere, which is like the opening area. It's just so pretty. It's one of those. I normally don't listen to soundtracks on their own. It's one of those things where like I leave my classical brain to my career. But every once in a while, there's just a soundtrack like, dude, that's just beautiful. Like, I have to listen to it. So I would go back and listening to Alicia, Lumiere, Linen and Cotton, Waiting Canvas. It's just pretty. And the lyrics and the lilting vocals, it's just pretty. It's just fun. And sometimes, like, I would just be like, I don't mind not pausing this game and just letting the soundtrack go. I don't want the pause music. I want this. So it's fun.
Yeah, like music is a big thing I noticed. I'm not a huge musical person. I listen to music a ton, but like that's every teenager does that. But music is a big thing that I notice when I'm playing video games.
Yes.
Like I say Resident Evil games just because I've been super on a Resident Evil kick recently. I'm not like a huge long time fan of it. I literally a couple months ago I saw 7 and 8 with all their DLCs on sale on Steam for like $20, and I was like, I'm gonna buy this. And after I finished 7, I was like, I'm gonna buy every other game in this series now.
It's so worth it. And soundtracks make or break a game. It's when I teach music appreciation, we do talk about certain video games, like we touch on like The Last of Us.
The music in that is so beautiful.
Beautiful. And we talk about how classical music has gone from Mozart, Beethoven, and all that to it's everywhere. It's in movies, it's in TV shows, and if you were to strip the soundtrack out, it just changes everything. And it's gotten to the point that some developers like Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, like their budgets are rivaling, movie studios because it's that important. So to get into that world, it's competitive, but it's also so enjoyable because you get to make these unique experiences that sometimes movies just can't offer you. I like playing, multiplayer games, but right now I'm having so much fun getting distracted playing Ghost of Yotei.
I'm kind of like off of my multiplayer kick. There are some games that I still like. I love their multiplayer side of it. Like I've deleted Roblox off my PC. I've deleted Fortnite. I've deleted like even Minecraft because I'm just like I'm just not having fun with these games anymore. And I've found myself I just really love the Resident Evil games. I've got super addicted to Tamagotchi life recently. That's like
I've seen that come up soon.
I've been so addicted to it, which I definitely have not been playing that at school because that's against district policy.
Sure.
That would be bad.
Absolutely.
Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Let's go to that next. That was one of my first games, like not counting Skylanders Giants. It was my first game on my dad's DS Lite. It was before my time, of course. It was 2006, so that was 3 years before I was born.
We're not going to talk about where I was during that time.
Making you feel old.
Yes, I was in high school.
So on my dad's DS Lite, I used to play that, and I didn't really get ever that far into it. But it's my favorite Pokemon game, even though they do truly, really suck. Platinum's good, I've heard. I would play it, but the prices, they're really expensive.
Those older games are way inflated. They should not be that expensive. But
it's like $80 for the cartridge of one, which I'm gonna eventually get it when I get a job. I'm not gonna lie to myself and say, no, I respect myself too much. No, I don't.
No, you're not. You're gonna buy it.
I'm gonna buy it.
It's worth it. Like I love seeing, again, like I grew up playing, red, blue, and yellow and green, and my first Pokemon game was Silver and Gold, and hearing the soundtracks go from like these 16-bit bloops and bleeps to a full orchestral sound in the modern games. It's so cool to see. I love the functionality where Clair Obscura is very much trying to get you into the world and tell the story. Pokemon is very much just getting you to enjoy, the village, the grass area. You always know where you are because the music changes. And I think that's so wonderful that you get that change, and it's not story based. It's just like, hey, you're doing this, it sounds like this. Hey, you're in the Pokemon Center, it's always going to be this theme. It's very calming and relaxing because you're in a hospital. I think that's wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean, all of the and this is again that difference between yes, Clair Obscura is an RPG, but it's more story based and action based. But when you get to these open world games, we're like, no, go anywhere, do the thing. Like it has to embody the space that you're in, and it's just a different kind of immersion, and I love that fact.
I love role-playing games where you can actually make a character. I have so many OCs with different things. My Fallout, I have all the Fallout games. I love Fallout so much, even though they do kind of suck in terms of being RPGs.
Yeah, I did enjoy Outer Worlds. That was fun. I wish they got a little bit more respect, and I wish they would have put a little bit more love into it. There's still some broken aspects, but I mean, it's just
the only thing I know about Outer Worlds is that the second one has a fault where your knees click, and I think that's the funniest thing. I think bad knees, I have bad knees, so seeing that, I was just like, that is the funniest thing ever.
Yeah, I think it's,
I want that in every game. I want every stealth game.
I think it was the you can crouch and no one can hear you, but as soon as you stood up,
it says.
Yeah, which I was like, that's hilarious.
But back to Diamond and Pearl. Diamond and Pearl specifically is so because every Pokemon game has its own auditory identity, and like Black and White is very synthy. It's very, it's also very good. I mean, every Pokemon game has great music. I genuinely stood up and screamed in shock in the DLC for Scarlet and Violet when I got into a battle. I was like, that's the Black and White theme. It's because we're in Unova. But Sinnoh is just such a small, it feels like a little small town music. And I'm pretty sure that's because it's based on the rural parts of northern Japan. I might be wrong. If I am, I'll put something up on the screen to correct myself, but I don't think I am. Is there any standouts in the track for you?
Let's see. I love the town themes, light textures, woodwinds, lyrical strings, all that stuff. I love the root themes, and you always felt like, yeah, you're going somewhere. It felt important. It was fun. The battle music is always great. I just loved that everything that you did, everywhere that you went, the music would change and fit that thing, and it was never that like. You find this a lot with indie titles, and that's just because money.
Indie titles is great.
But with those soundtracks, sometimes you just get one infinite loop. While with Pokemon, it's just like it would just seamlessly switch to the next thing as you get to the next area, which I thought was really cool.
Just music in a ton of games I love, and like especially the music in Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight got me into Metroidvanias. I'm still not super into them, mostly just because Resident Evil and Tamagotchi Life are taking all my time right now. But on my 3DS, I did mod on Metroid Zero Mission and Metroid Fusion and Super Metroid. I need to get to finishing those.
Yeah, the Metroidvanias are hard.
Yes.
I used to love playing the Castlevania games.
I'll play them for like 3 minutes until I'll die, and I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore.
And it's that was the whole thing back then, was because like you would buy a game and that's it, man. So they tried to make you get your money's worth. So like it was tough.
Like playing older games, having to get used to not auto-saving. I know this must be making you feel old, the no auto-saving conversation.
The manual saving, the little memory cards.
Like Resident Evil, like the Resident Evil 2 remake is so nice to you. It's like, oh, I forgot to save, but I like really have to go eat dinner now. It's fine. I'll at least be 3 rooms behind at the very most. Resident Evil 1, I'll get like halfway through the first section and like I'll die or something, and I'll be like, it's fine. I'll be 3 rooms back, and it will plays the opening cutscene again. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, you didn't get the tape.
Oh yeah, I didn't get the little ink cartridges and typewriter and.
Back in the day, the ones that made me the most mad when I was a kid was the ones that didn't have a save system. It was a password system. So if you wanted to save, it would randomly generate some kind of code.
I don't play games that old.
And you would have to write it down, and then the next time you would log in, it would ask like, put in a code, and you would put in the code, and then it would take you to that area. If you lost that sheet, you're out, and you would have to start from the beginning.
I think I did deal with that in the PS3 version of Crash Bandicoot for the PS1. But I was like 6, so I was just like, I don't know what this is doing. I'm just gonna keep playing.
Yep.
I don't care.
My brothers and I had like our own little memory cards for a PS1, and I was a kid. I was like 5 or 6, so sometimes like I would put the wrong one in, and I would make a mistake and erase the memory card.
The last one, you already probably know what it is. It's the soundtrack that everyone thinks of when they start thinking about video game soundtracks.
With no rules to follow, this adventure, it's up to you.
What are some notes you have on Minecraft?
I personally, I don't really play games like Minecraft. I'm not one of those like sandbox people, like give me a world and let me just do whatever I want. Even when I was in school, I would be kind of like, you got to give me something. Yeah, games like this, it's just not my thing. The music itself, like I get why they wrote it the way that they did, because it still kind of embodies that like, hey man, this is your world, you make the most of it. So it's very atmospheric in that sense of like, it's very sparse. Some of it kind of sounded very the same to me until you got to like a storm or a fight or whatever.
So is your hot take is that Minecraft soundtrack is overrated?
Yeah.
That's a very hot take. I did not expect that. I like Minecraft soundtrack a lot.
It's well done.
I think
it's well
Minecraft
composed.
itself, I'm not going to say it's overrated because I get why it's so big. It's because it had a huge boom and all that, and Minecraft is a very good game. It is a very polished game. But I play it sometimes and I'm just like, is this really one of the best games of all time? No. I don't think so. I think culturally, yes, absolutely it is. Like in terms of how much fun I had with it, it's like maybe top 30.
Yeah, I mean, if I were to take that soundtrack to
we're closing out the
Pokemon
winter
or
here.
Claire or Final Fantasy, like it doesn't hold a candle. It's one, because it's a completely different style of game.
I love its soundtrack so much more than the actual game. That's where I'm gonna have to disagree with you, because I love the soundtrack. I think it's just awesome, and that's probably also because I grew up playing it. It came out when I was, I don't know. I'm not doing math.
Like I remember when it came out and like everyone was like going crazy about it.
It came out in 2012. I first got it on the PlayStation 3 when the PlayStation 3 version came out, which I think was like 2014, so I would have been
Something
like
like that.
5. Again, making you feel old.
I was in college. Most of the games that I play are story-driven, objective-driven.
Yeah.
And then when you go to something that is more open-ended, I understand why the composer did what he did, because it does fit that world. But again, like if you're going to say like Minecraft is the best OST ever, like no,
Maybe not. I think
not
it's
really.
I think it's top 5.
It's
for
good,
me.
but like
I think it's really good. I think C418 is one of the best people. Like one of the soundtrack I asked you to listen to was a C418 soundtrack, but even the newer stuff is really good with, I don't remember her name off the top of my head. I probably should have written it down before I got in here, but the new soundtrack, she's absolutely like just amazing at what she does. She exemplifies C418 style and maybe improves on it a little bit, which that's definitely a hot take.
But yeah, I mean, it's just, again, like, when you're looking at video game soundtracks, just like movie soundtracks, you know, a horror movie soundtrack's gonna sound different than fantasy, which sound different than a rom-com. So, you know, I get why some people really like Minecraft, especially if you've been playing it for so long, because that's the type of game that, you know, probably
Yeah, like
normally
you have
play and you
nostalgia
enjoy.
for it.
But for me, I grew up playing RPGs and first-person shooters and those kinds of games. So going into a sandbox, here's your world, make of it what you will, it makes me kind of like, okay, everything kind of sounds the same and I don't really know what to make of this. And it's because when you listen to it, you're thinking of like, oh, this is when this happens, this is the forest, and I remember when I did this. There's
Yeah.
more of that emotional connection, where for me, like when I listen to the battle music of Clair Obscur, like I remember that boss battle. It took me forever with Renoir, and I can think back to that. I have no tie to Minecraft.
Let's close it with our biggest video game music hot takes before we close out the podcast. My biggest video game music hot take is I like the Resident Evil basement theme. It is regarded as one of the worst video game music soundtracks of all, not soundtracks, the worst video game tracks of all time. The remastered edition with the clown trumpets.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
The clown car trumpets. Everyone hates it. I love it. I think it's so dumb, and it actually does feel weird. And I feel like that fits Resident Evil so much, because I mean, like, it's an older game, so if it were to show up in 8, I would be like, what is playing in my ears right now?
Yep.
But if it's 1, I'm like, this is fun.
This is what they had.
This is actually not really. They could have done better. They did do better in the original one, I think. And then the remastered, they were just like, we want new music for it. And it's dumb. It's worse than literally everything in the soundtrack, but I'm just like, it's fun. I like it.
Okay. Let's see. I think for me, it's not necessarily like
You've already
certain
shared
tracks.
a huge hot take in this episode.
The other one, and I might ruffle some feathers with this, just because you have the money to pay some big orchestra to play your music doesn't mean that you have to. There's some beautiful music that you can make on a computer.
Oh yeah, I thought you were like saying you were against like live shows of musical.
Go for it for live shows,
Yeah.
but I think that
I was like,
the
my
trap
biggest
that
dream
people can
is-
bring, and it comes with movies, TV shows, video games, is just because you can afford to have this big thing doesn't mean that your product needs it.
Too long didn't watch. We agreed that Expedition 33 had beautiful soundtracks. He loves the game. I haven't played it yet. Diamond and Pearl, we both played, I think. Did you say you
I
played?
played a little bit of it.
You
I'm
played a
not
little
too
bit
much of a Pokemon fan. My wife is the big Pokemon fan, so like I would watch her play
Pokemon
it.
music in general, we both agree, is very thematic. It's very beautiful, very ambient track. And Minecraft, I love it. That's because I have a ton of nostalgia for it. His hot take is that he hates Minecraft and he thinks anyone who likes Minecraft should die. That's what he said. He said that verbatim.
Go back and watch it.
In all seriousness, he said that he didn't get the hype for Minecraft, and I agree. It can be overrated at times. But that's all for this episode. I'll catch y'all on the next one.